Senator Mike Rounds, who sits on the Senate Armed Services Committee. Senator, thank you so much for joining us today. As I stand here in Kyiv today and I speak to many people on the ground, soldiers, civilians, politicians, they all have one resounding message for the US, and that is we are grateful for the support we are getting, but we need more. We need air defenses, and we need to ensure that the weapons continue to flow to us and they won't be interrupted. What could you say to the Ukrainian people who desperately need that aid today to reassure them that that aid and that support will continue?
I think it's been very clear that the Congress wants to do everything they can to assist the Ukrainians. They understand that they are the innocent victims in this case and that Russia is clearly the aggressor. I think there's still more that we can do with regard to the delivery of the javelins, the Stinger missiles, other additional assistance. Most certainly it's a case of making sure that we not only plan to send it, but that we can get it in. The logistics of getting the material in is going to become more difficult as Russia continues to advance and probably stop some of those supply lines. But nonetheless, they're still there. And it's been great that we've been able to get as many of those weapons in already as we have. But we've got more on the way, and we clearly support them. We want them to be successful in this, and we'd love to have them be able to retain their country. Clearly, they are brave, they are fighting, and there's a whole lot of us that are doing everything we can to assist them.
And then what would you say to the American public who have seen their gas prices rise, in part because of the sanctions that are now in place? But also, how would you tell them and make it apparent to them that this is a battle worth fighting, that this may not be in their backyard, but it is something that they need to care about and continue supporting?
Yeah, first of all, remember, the inflation that they're feeling, the cost of gas that they're feeling, the vast majority of that is not due to the war in Ukraine or our efforts. It has been due to the fact that the Biden administration has not wanted additional petroleum products to be made available. They like the idea that the price is going up. They think that it means that people are going to buy electric cars. And unfortunately, we don't have magic carpets out where I live. We're going to need petroleum for a decade or 2 decades to come, no matter what this administration says. But the people have got to be reminded that, first of all, we can do more to provide not just our independence for the delivery of fuel in our country, but for the delivery of fuel and energy to our European allies as well. And the sooner we get on with it, the better off we're going to be. This isn't going to be the first time that we're going to be challenged with energy, and it will not be the last. Rest assured, as long as we go on this process of slowing down energy production in the United States, our challengers around the world would take advantage of it.
President Biden, very early on, he took off the table U.S. troops being involved in Ukraine. He took off the table the no-fly zone categorically. Do you think that was the right move, or do you think he should have maybe there should be more strategic ambiguity?
I don't like it when we tell people what we will never do, and because we don't know what the circumstances are going to be in the future. I think it's better if we speak softly, but we carry a great big stick. Over the last few years, we've needed to add more to our stick. We need to put more into our defense. We need to be able to supply our allies when they need it with the munitions that they need. This has been an ongoing challenge for our country, whether we were fighting in the Middle East or even now. We've got to have the munitions. We've got to have a defense which clearly our adversaries fear. Most certainly, Mr. Putin is testing us right now. He's doing everything he can to get as far as he can without getting us involved, along with the threat of suggesting the beginning of a World War III. He's got to fear our ability rather than expecting that we fear him.
Yeah, absolutely. Senator Mike Rounds, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We really appreciate your time, sir. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.